She say this her cut like a taper fade. I'm the bomb grenade,
Purchase
never
your tracks
perpetrate.
today.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? You know who this is. One half the After Hours Live with Man Cave. It's your host, Tay Wiggs, man. First and foremost, we had 3 games that was on last night. First game was Celtics, Nets. Second game, Lakers, Suns. Third game, Mavericks and Clippers. And like I said, I predicted all 3 teams to win last night. These teams I told you I was going to win last night. Nets, Lakers, Mavericks. 3-0. That's not bad for somebody like me. After Hours Live with Man Cave. Man, first and foremost, let's get right into the first game that came on. You got the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets. The Boston Celtics, it's the battle of the tri-state area, those teams right there. Looking at the Boston Celtics and the rich history that they have, 16 banners and what the case may be. But only, to just be sure, Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum went out early with an eye injury in the third quarter. They were just bumping him around, making it difficult for him to shoot. These last couple of games that he had in the outing was terrible, especially last night. 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds, 3 for 12 shooting. That's not going to win you games. That's your superstar. And first and foremost, I'm not going to put all the pressure on Jason Tatum. Let's talk with Brad Stevens, who turned down a 7-year deal, I think, for $70 million to be the coach in Indiana. And everybody keep blaming, the Celtics ain't this. Man, let's start with the coaching staff, man. Brad Stevens got too many lineup changes going on right now. This person going to start, this person going to sit. You're not going to play this person, but this person going to play. And it's all go down to Danny Ainge. Like, what are you doing, man? You draft guards every year. You trade for a guard. You don't have a legit big man. You thought you were going to get 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 blocks again from Robert Williams? That's a fat no. Kevin Durant wasn't going to let that happen again. And that points throughout the game, you've seen different parts where Kemba Walker on offense was getting guarded by Kevin Durant. So he's making it hard for Kemba Walker even to get his shot off. You know, everybody keeps saying, Kemba Walker, he was good in Charlotte. Yes, because he was the lone star there. He carried that team. You see what happened when he's a lone star. They didn't make the playoffs. When you play for a team that's not that good, you're going to put up all-star type caliber numbers. Now he's on a team in a winning situation of a culture. He's not getting them same numbers because there are 2 other stars, Jaylen Brown, who's out right now with a hand injury, fractured hand. Then you got Jason Tatum, who's taking a lot of shots. So now Kemba Walker to find his way in. I'm going to get my shots. I'm going to be more effective. He's not being effective like he wanted to. So you're looking at players like Marcus Smart, who actually showed up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and he played great on the defensive end. I'm looking at that as part. Kemba Walker did have 17 points, 7 assists. He was 5 for 11 from the field. That's not a good shooting night. Evan Fournier was had an okay night. Kevin Durant got into a little dust up. Evan Fournier had 16 points. And you looking at Tristan Thompson, he's not going to be your scorer every night. He never was an effective scorer. He's a rebounder. He's a defensive type guy. Yes, he had a double-double last night, 15-11. You're looking at that. But in the first quarter, I knew this game was going to be over because they got steamrolled. They got outscored 40-26, and the Brooklyn Nets won't let up. KD had 4 blocks. They say he don't play defense. He had 4 blocks, and he played defense when he needs to be. So you're looking at that. 8 rebounds to go along with 26 points. Joe Harris, who played all world Joe Harris, 25 points, 7 for 10 for the 3-point line. He's not missing. He's one of the best catch and shoot guys in the league at the 3-point spot. Probably other behind a player like Klay Thompson, who was out for the Golden State Warriors. And the league didn't want to see a healthy Warriors team because I think they probably made some noise in the players. They're not probably had the best record in the league. That's a no-brainer right there. You're looking at Kyrie Irving. They say he don't pass enough. He don't do this. Kyrie's out there playing defense. He has 6 rebounds. And he has 6 assists, and he had 15 points. So, and the funny thing about that, James Harden's for them is a luxury. James Harden can take the ball like Kyrie's like, Kyrie, you go free flow out there on the offense. I got the ball. I can score. I can get the teams in foul trouble. And that's what James Harden was doing, getting the teams in foul trouble, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. And Blake Griffin is looking like the old Blake Griffin again. 11 points, 4 rebounds, dunking on everybody. This team is poised. You got Bruce Brown, who they call Bruce Wayne, who plays defense, who brings it every night. You got Claxton. You got Mike Williams. They got signed from the Euro League over there. These guys coming in, chipping in, and showing you how to win a game. The Boston Celtics, man, there's a lot going on, man. Don't be surprised that Brad Stevens get the boot because I don't think he has really good control of that locker room, what's going on the floor as well. Don't be surprised Danny Ainge might get fired too. I'm just saying. I ain't warned you. Second game, we had the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul got hurt early in the first quarter. LeBron James flopped. LeBron is one of my favorite players, but he did flop on that But Chris Paul, like, really, come on, Brian. Can't, that's terrible acting, bro. But Chris Paul, I'm disappointed they didn't put him on the final three candidates. That man is playing with a hurt shoulder, and they still almost won the game. They only lost by 5. They only lost by 5. You're looking at, yes, he has 6 points with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. He just brings a different dynamic. Every time he played for, he brought the dog out of somebody. If it wasn't SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, all these guys he played with, he made them go to another level. Now Devin Booker. Now he got Cam Payne. Of course, last season, before that, he had Dennis Schroeder. So he know what it takes to get these guys going. Chris Paul is what you call a legitimate point guard, coach on the floor, point guard, whatever you want to call him. But that's what you expect from Chris Paul. He made players play better. DeAndre Ayton, 22 and 10. This is pretty good. He's going to be one of the best two-way big men in the game. But if you want to be the best two-way big man in the game, you got to stay out of foul trouble. You got to commit on defense. You can't take plays off. And that's sometimes what Anthony Davis be doing, taking plays off. Like I said, DeAndre Ayton is playing really good in this series. You want to win. You got to keep him off the glass and get a body on him. You got to box out. Devin Booker just in a different role right now. Like 31 points, man. What else do you want him to spend? But other players need to step up. Jay Crowder had 8.6 rebounds, but they got in foul trouble early. That's what set the tone early for the Los Angeles Lakers to jump on a lead like that. You're looking at Anthony Davis. He knew he played a bad game one. He come out with 34 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks. He got to play like that every night if they want to sustain to go back to the NBA championship. You are the NBA champions. People want to dethrone you guys. When people see that, man, we can beat these guys. You're not supposed to go out there and get that team an edge when they think they can win the game. You're supposed to go out there and step on their necks. Like LeBron James, game one, he was taking plays off, but I tell people like this, LeBron do a filibuster. Fall back on the game once so he can have something to watch on film. So next game they come out there, they can take your strength away. It becomes your weakness now. So LeBron James is doing it. LeBron not playing on checkers. He's out here playing chess. He's going to find out what your move is. He's going to come king me. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it rolling. He's taking all the pawns away. That's what the king do. You look, like I said, LeBron had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. We know LeBron was going to do that. We know he hit clutch threes, clutch shots. LeBron James, he went back to 2008 out there with them legs, man, catching oops from all the way up here. So you're looking at Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder want to be the $100 million man, the point guard. You got to play this every night. You want to be $100 million man. You got to come from 24 points like you did last night, 5 for 16. You got to find different ways to how you can get into the game, attack the hole, put more pressure on the big man. So when they're already in foul trouble, they're going to let you pass. So other than that, I thought Andre Drummond played one of the best games that he has thus far in the Lakers uniform. His 12 rebounds to go on his 15 points because he set the tone early how the Lakers is going to dictate the game. And they did. KCP had a terrible shooting night, 0 for 4 rebounds with 0 points. But the same thing, LeBron James is in his air. Keep shooting the hill. Keep shooting the ball. Keep shooting the ball. You want your players to keep shooting the ball. That's what a good leader do. He know KCP. He's seen this in practice time after time. KCP knock it down 5 and 6 in a row. Everybody knows around the league and at home watching TV on your sofa or your couch, whatever you call it, like I do. I know KCP is a streaky shooter, but the crazy thing is when he on his own. And the crazy thing is, certain role players don't play good on the road. They play better at home. Like I said, you sleep in these hotel beds. This is not your regular California king beds you sleeping in. So when you go back home and sleep in your bed, you get in your groove, you're in your city, driving around listening to your music, and you get a feel for what's going on. I'm looking for KCP to come out next game to get 15 points. Yes, I said it. 15 points, and I don't see the Lakers losing the next 2 at home. Yeah, they won yesterday, 109 to 102. I'm sorry for forgetting to mention that net score. That net score was 130 to 108, all Brooklyn. So third game, last game, we're looking at the Dallas Mavericks and the Clippers. I told y'all, man, Luka Doncic, man. A lot of people didn't want to believe me. I've been telling people before. I said, this dude is a straight pit bull, killer, whatever you want to call him. He answered all the questions. He dot all the I's. He crossed all the T's. He finished every sentence with a period. I've been trying to tell y'all this, that this man is bringing it to the game. He's not the fastest or nor the quickest or the strongest. But his basketball mind, he's just so smart and fundamentally sound, which I think is lost a lot in American sports for the athletes that play basketball in America, you don't find too many fundamentally sound guys in the league. If it is, it's only a handful. And one fundamentally sound guy I was going to say is Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Steph Curry. This list go on. It's only a couple of guys that's very fundamentally sound that who can dictate things. When you look at the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, man, like I said, he's not the fastest of the strongest. He don't jump the highest, but he did last night when he dunked on Paul George. I was in the house like, man, it was awesome to see. Like I said, 39 points for Luka the Don, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. That's what he does all the time. But the people, like I said, the people that you want to watch out for in this series, I said it's going to be like a Jalen Brunson who had like 9 points. You got to keep guys like that off the arc from shooting the ball. They're going to let it fly. You let another player step up and have a good game, which is okay for someone of his stature. Max Keebler, he had 13 points and 4 rebounds. That's what you want. Other guys to show up and score, because now guess what? You're going to have the Clippers over there trying to dictate to what they're going to do. This team don't go and take over. Time out of time that you turn TV on, this Clippers team is supposed to take that next level. They've been doing this, going back every year, coming back. So you got to find who's going to take, Kristaps Porzingis, 20 points, 4 rebounds. You got to get physical with Kristaps. You got to get him off the block and keep him. Don't even let him touch the peel. He's another 7-footer guy that can shoot threes, can shoot the 15-footer. The 15-foot mid-range really exceptional. And he goes to the free throw line. You talk about almost a guy shooting 80-something, 90% from the free throw line. So you got to keep that guy out the game. You can't let both of them go off. You let Kristaps Porzingis and Luka go off, it's going to be a long night. But now you got Tim Hardaway Jr. You got Timmy stepping up, 28 points. He was 6 for 8 from the three-point line, only missed 2 shots. All these other guys are stepping up in different situations. And the one thing about this Clippers team, they lost last night 121 to 127. Kawhi had 41 points. When you look at those stats, you're like, how did he lose? Kawhi had 41. Paul George had 28. Let's be honest. I see the different coaching style. I think when Doc was there last year, I think there was more of a defensive-minded team now. I think now because Ty Lue is there, they still trying to play defense. And now all of a sudden, they letting the Dallas Mavericks do what they want to do. Dallas Mavericks don't play no defense. This a run-the-gun team. So guess what? You letting Dallas get into their game time situation and come on the court and do what they want to do on the offensive end. You got to attack Luka from the beginning. You got to take away Kristaps Porzingis. Now you let Tim Hardaway Jr. get in the mix. So you let Tim Hardaway Jr. get in the mix, it's going to be a long series. Like I said, you're going back to Dallas. I don't see the Clippers winning the next 2. I see them splitting. I think the next game, next game, I'm going to go with the Mavericks to go 3-0 because I'm going to go back to last year when they was in the bubble and Luka hit that game-winning shot to win the series up 4-2. This team right here is the same team. They was missing a couple of guys last year. Porzingis was hurt and Powell was hurt. I think his name was Josh Powell. Josh Powell was hurt. So those 2 guys come back. Now it's a different thing. Now you got to gear up for them. You're not getting the same thing from the Clippers. You lost some key pieces last year from the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard with 41, PG with 28. PG's not playing. PG's not really attacking the hole. He's becoming a more deep ball shooter at the 3-point line. He's 1 for 7 on the 3-point line. He's settling more to the going to the hole. When he was in Indiana, he was going to the hole like it was nobody's business. Now he get into LA, he changed his game. I don't know if it's because of the shoulder injuries that has making him play like that. He don't want the shoulders anymore. But at the same point in time, man, you got to be more aggressive. I think right now the more aggressive team, but the Dallas Mavericks, you look at it, the Marcus Morris, 9 points, 2 rebounds. He's a streaky shooter as well. Pat Beverly, I think he shouldn't even be starting. I think Rondo should be in because Rondo give you a different feel for the game. Now, if Rondo do start game 3, they got a fighting chance of hell they can win that game. But you're looking at Patrick Beverly and Ty Lue getting into a little spat on the sidelines and during the game, you're not going to win like that because the coaches and the players are not on the same page. And that's like putting water and cooking grease together. It ain't going to mix. Then you got Zubac, had a good season. In the playoffs, he been shrinking. 2 points and 6 rebounds. They taking him away because Porzingis out there stretching the floor. You got the small guys out there. They playing small ball. Now, so guess what? We're going to take one of your big men away. So you're going to have to beat us. And the Mavericks getting extra rebounds. Reggie Jackson, 15 points. He could be doing a little bit more. Rondo, 4.7 assists. Rondo getting into it with people on the floor and coaching staff. You're not going to win like that when everybody's at everyone's neck. That's a fact, proven fact. And what I like in game 3, like I said, if Rondo start, maybe they got a better chance. But I'm definitely going with the Dallas Mavericks at home. Going back home, Dallas hadn't been up since 2-0 like this since 2011. Dirk was still playing. And then right now, the Mavericks, like they may run away with this series. I told you before. Say it again. I like game 3, we're going Brooklyn Nets. Game 3 at home for the Lakers. On Lake Show. Game 3 at home for the Mavericks to go up 3-0. It's getting ugly. Let's get next to these next games that come on tonight. Get the 76ers taking on Mr. Triple-Double himself, Russell Westbrook. Can they squeak out a win? The Wizards? I'm going to say no. I think tonight, I'm going to say Joel Embiid go for 35 plus with 13 rebounds. And on top of that, take me to 76ers. Second game, you had Trae Young in a guard. He had Spike leading them quiet. You know when Spike Lee on that sideline doing his thing and talking trash to the players, that fuels fire to the team, the opposing team. Hey, Spike, I know you're a fan. Sit back, fall back, let the chips lay where they lay. You got the Knicks at home in the Garden. Can the new most improved player will his team to a victory? I'm gonna say yes. I like the Knicks at home, just even this series at 1-1. Both of these teams are evenly matched. Give me the Knicks at home. Memphis Grizzlies. You know, Dylan Brooks played an awesome game. John Morant actually played good. And of course, I'm not going to leave this guy out. Jonas Valanciunas, Mr. Big Double-Double for them right now. If they want to win, if the Memphis Grizzlies want to win this game, Jaren Jackson Jr. has to be more assertive. He got to play like a dog. You got to be aggressive. You can't be playing all timid. You got to be aggressive. I know he came back from injury, but you got to play aggressive. You got the Utah Jazz coming back. You know, Donovan Mitchell was mad because they scratched him off from game 1. He could have played training series ago. You know, him and the ownership have been going to riff-raff now for the last couple of seasons. You know, this is contract season for him. Is they going to pay him or is he going to walk? We don't know. I think he may walk to a different team, whatever the case may be. That's why they signed Dwayne Wade there, just to have a face in there to secure someone in. But I don't think that's going to work. If a player make his mind up. First and foremost, you got the $6 million a year Jordan Clarkson. This Utah Jazz team going to show up tonight because they got their big gun back. We're going to see. So like I said, first game tonight, Sixers are taking. Second game, Knicks. Third game, looking for the Jazz to even this up. Depends how it goes. I'm Tay Wiggs. I'm out of here. Peace.